Ralph's already mentioned that having an accountant on the end of a hangout, or being able to work with them collaboratively over the internet. I think that in this day and age, finding the accountant that suits you with the right skills and that suits your way of working is more important. I mean, we've seen some of our partners who have a separate, almost a separate brand, so they have an in a town office where people can come in, but they're also now setting up separate businesses to do cloud. And I think what we're also seeing is partners like Murray, who is clearly developed cloud as part of his overall accounting service that he provides to his customer, and that's where we see more and more accountants going over time.
I mean, it depends what works for you. I am aware that a lot of businesses that we film for or that we know, perhaps that are more cash intensive in particular, they prefer that relationship where the accountant can come into their business and if they've got a shop or they've got a pub or something like that. For me, as I say, video production network, obviously maybe not obviously, but the cloud is the way to go. It's not just communication, which is important to me. It's the real-time nature. It's the fact that things are backed up. I mean, I also use some of the plugins or the partners of Kashflow. So I use Receipt Bank heavily, for instance, to photograph my receipts. It just means that I've got less to worry about. If I'm on a shoot in another country, I can photograph the receipts and I can, to a large extent, forget about it. And then, when it comes to the bookkeeping, it's made a lot easier. Also, things like the way it can kind of integrate with my bank account, so it can match transactions for reconciliation. So I think local versus cloud, I happen to be an example where cloud accountants, as in my accountant, even though Suffolk is beautiful, Murray is not going to pop round tomorrow because he's in South Wales. And you know what? That's okay. I actually happen to get on very well with Murray, but some of the accountants in the past, I wouldn't want them to pop round. But I think it's really up to you. But I'm an example of where this can work.
Yeah, it all depends on the client at the end of the day. Obviously, I'd love to sit here and say cloud is perfect, but it is down to those individuals. Our model works. We work with clients all over the UK, so we're a good example of it, of that cloud model actually working in practice. And that's the way we chose to set up our practice. We do work locally as well, so down here in South West Wales, we have we go and visit them more so than our clients in London, for example. But sometimes as part of the job we have to travel around, and what we try to do is try and include client visits as part of that. So we do try and stay in touch physically as well as through technology, but the technology just break those geographical barriers right down. So there isn't a need for us to do if we didn't need to, if we just don't need to.